Welcome back to the channel, guys. Really excited about today's video. From the first time I even thought about doing these reviews, I could not wait to test this product. It's been all over social media, all over YouTube for quite a while now. I think it's really cool. I think it's really innovative. I haven't actually used it yet. I'm going to do that for the first time on the channel. But yeah, I can't wait to find out what it does. Today, we are going to be looking at Lotus Wheel. Really excited. So I contacted Lotus Wheel. They were really, really cool. They got back to me really quickly. They sent me that product to me to test it out to see what I think. It's not a sponsored advert at all. Yes, they sent me the product, but I'm not obliged to say anything particularly about it. Let's see what I think. Okay, guys, so here's some examples of more traditional foam rollers that Lotus Wheel is going up against, is trying to be better than. You've got a traditional foam roller. So we've probably all seen these, quite a solid, firm product. It's got nodules all over it at varying degrees and interfaces. So that's going to aim to allow you to get into the muscles, the fascia, the tissues, and it probably will. It is very hard though. The foam on the outside is quite firm and it is very solid. So I can imagine that being quite harsh if you're using it in certain areas. Then you move into an Aldi version. So I've had this for about 4, maybe 5 years. It's got a little insert inside. So very, very lightweight. This is really light foam. That wouldn't weigh anything at all combined. Still fairly sturdy though. Definitely not gonna damage that by laying on it. So it's a sturdy product. It's not gonna hurt it. 2 uses for these 2 different parts for sure. Just definitely a little bit innovative. And then we go to a more tailored, I suppose, trying to be the same as the small attachment for the Lotus Wheel, which you look at in a bit. That would be then for your legs, your calves, small areas, maybe around the ankle, into the back of the elbow. So yeah, we've got a few different products. Let's see how the Lotus Wheel compares. So first look at the Lotus Wheel. Just opened it up now, first time. Okay, so in the box, we have the signature 5 different size rings or pieces of the kit. We've got the large one, obviously the one down the middle of the road, which is that size. Then we've got the smallest ring, so to speak, which is that size. And then lastly, we've got the knobbler style attachment, which I would say the excellent things like calves, shoulders, elbows, ankles, those sort of areas. So my first impressions, and I've never seen these before, I've never touched them before, they feel good, they feel sturdy. So you've got an inner hard plastic ring on the inside that's cushioned by this foam on the outside. And there's a little indentation in the centre, which is where your spinous process is, just the bones of your back are going to sit. And then the cushion is slightly knobbled, as you see, which would be great for the muscles, especially the ones either side of your spine, but any muscles really. And this foam feels good. The product feels nice. Like, to me, there's so many things on the market now you can buy, that when you go for something like this, you invest in, yeah, of course you wanted to do the job physically, but you want it to feel like a nice product, and this does. It feels expensive. It feels well built. It feels well made. It feels premium. It feels like a premium product, which is a great start. I think it's an excellent first impression. Okay, so first impressions, nice. Feels premium. Feels good. Feels sturdy. Feels well made. I like it a lot initially, but that's no good if it doesn't perform. So let's have a look, let's use it, see if it measures up on usability as well as it does on first impressions and build quality. So we start off with the most commonly used one, the big one. No better place to start. Okay, right, so here we go. First use of the Lotus Wheel. Okay, so good grip initially. Feels good. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, that feels really good. To be fair. Yeah, that's a nice stretch that I'm able to get there. That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. first use of the Lotus Wheel in action for me. I think it's good. So bear in mind that was 30 seconds worth of use. The things I've noticed initially is it's sturdy. There's no give under it at all from that hard plastic case. But the cushioning and the foam on the outside is soft. So you're getting the sturdiness which you need if you're going to stretch and try and release your back. But it's not painful to use. Like a lot of foam rollers, when you actually exert and let your body weight go onto them to the degree you need to get the outcome you want or need, is too painful. And that's something I find with all foam rollers really, but I didn't with this. Yeah, my back released really nicely. It didn't hurt. What I did notice is the little indentation in the centre. It does its job, which I thought it was designed to do. It looked like it would, where that does provide a little cushion for the bones in your spine, which is called spinous process. And on the outside then, the softness of the foam isn't too harsh on your muscles. The height of it as well, because it's big, this one, you're able to get enough extension traction over the product to be able to release as well, because sometimes I'm fairly flexible-ish in doing those sort of movements. With other foam rollers, they're just a bit too low to the ground, so I can't ever go back far enough to what I need. So yeah, first impressions are really good, really good. Okay guys, we've got the one down now, it's the second largest. Now I'd imagine you'd be using that the same sort of goals or aims of using the bigger one. So predominantly that would be for back, I would think. Okay. So yeah, instantly it grips the floor nicely. Like I feel really sturdy, like even down there where I'm basically sitting on the wheel and not actually putting anything back on the wheel. It's not sliding under me at all. It's rooted to the ground. I feel very strong and stable on it, which is good. And like in this position now, I'm sort of focusing more on my lower back, my lumbar spine. That's why I'm not extending back so much, because at the moment, those outer two surfaces, the ones with the padded knobbles on, I'm using that to massage the muscles either side of my spine. So I'm not necessarily going to stretch my back out per se here. I would do that more if I'm stretching backwards, which does feel nice. But in this position, because it's so stable underfoot, I can sit up and massage those muscles either side. Yeah, it feels really good. Again, I think it's really good. Really nice. I probably actually would use this size ring for doing exactly what I'm doing now, which I only just found out. But yeah, it's really nice again. Yeah, I can see a use for this one for sure. Again, it just feels well made, it feels strong, it feels good. Yeah, good stuff. Okay guys, so moving on to the middle ring of the 5 now. I imagine this being used for legs, so quads, hamstrings, ITBs. That's where I see this sitting in the set. Yeah, let's try it out. Okay, so probably I wouldn't mind betting the most commonly foam rolled piece of anatomy is the IT band. That's a discussion for another video another time, because I do think that's a very over treated, over foam rolled area. But in terms of how it feels good. Because the way the product is, like I've said before about the soft outer shell, you are able to put like a lot of my body weight down. So I feel like I can tailor how much force is going through the bits of me that I want it to quite well, very well in fact, because I don't feel I have that ability with the foam rollers. I feel like you're either on it or you're off it. I also think because it's narrow but not too narrow, you're able to use the outer edge. So if you wanted to be really specific, you actually can. And because it grips so well to the floor, like I haven't used it on carpet, this is the first time I've used them all, but it really isn't sliding or moving at all. And I can be really, really specific there. Yeah, I think that's got a really good place in the armoury. That's a really useful part of the set, I think. So that leaves us with the last two, which is the smallest of the rings and then the little knobbler attachment. Now, this one I would probably initially say would be calves, shoulders, arms. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily use it for my spine because we'd be back to the same thing then, where it's probably roughly the size of a normal foot roller just squashed in. So I think the bigger ones are far more suitable for the back in my view. And that would probably be for something along the lines of your calf being for a long run, which I don't do. And I just do short runs. But yeah, I played cricket yesterday, so I am a bit stiff and tight today. And again, I can utilize that edge of it. It's good. It's going right into the middle of my calf muscle there. And again, the grip on the product's really good. I can really sort of work those areas I want to work. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'd also see a sort of use for that with like an arm, that sort of thing. And yeah, it even does that well, to be fair. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, again, it's got a very clear place within the set. Yeah, again, really good. And imagine how portable that would be if you took it in isolation. I think it's really, really clever. Okay, so the little knobbler one to finish off on. I'd probably use that on, again, probably arms would be definitely one you could use in your calf. It's doable. I think that I'd use that in between like my shoulder blades, between my spine and my blades. That would be really good at getting into those tight little muscles. So sort of this sort of area here, I would probably foam roll it there to there. Let's have a little go, see how it feels. Okay. Oh yeah, it's good. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's very much doing what I hoped it would and what I thought it would. Yeah, I like it. It's good. I see that having a clear place in. And I like the fact that it's not long. Like most foam rollers are quite long, which means then it's going over numerous parts of your body and numerous muscles all at once. But that isn't. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, guys, so where does that leave us with the Lotus Wheel? I've been really impressed. I think it's a really good product. As I said earlier in the video, the build quality is excellent. It feels really expensive, high-end, premium. Feels like a really well-made, lovely to use piece of equipment. Aesthetically, I think it's cool. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe it does. Maybe it does to me. It doesn't to other people. But the fact that it looks the part, feels the part, and then actually does perform well, I think sets it aside from other ones that I've used before and other ones I can see on the market. I can see this fitting into home use, someone like me, someone who suffers with anything really, runners, weightlifters, someone with back pain, someone with leg tightness, right the way up to sort of athletes and everyone in between really. I like the sort of variability it can have. You can take all 5 pieces of the kit with you somewhere. If you've got the space and you want to do it, of course you can. That would offer you, all the usages of all 5 if you're going somewhere. But if you just wanted to take one with you, you could. If that went in a suitcase, you could put clothes inside that. It would hardly take up any space at all. And that can go on holiday with you, but weighs a little bit, maybe just under a kilo, I'm guessing. But that's a small price to pay if you suffer and you need to take that with you. It's not a problem at all. It would be very similar then, something like this, or any of them really. I think they'd all be quite portable, and would be easy to take with you anywhere you wanted to go, backpack, anything like that. So I think that's a real plus as well. So overall, Lotus, I think you've done a fantastic job. If I had one little thing that would have made it super, super perfect for me, would have been maybe if the unit came with a little drawstring bag or such like, that all 5 could have gone in, tied it, branded with Lotus or something. But aside from that, I'm really impressed. I think you've done an awesome job of making a fantastic product. So well done, Lotus.